Hey Bell City, it's Coach Mello here again with another at-home workout for you guys. Today's workout has 4 different pieces to it. We're going to warm up, so we'll spend about 8 minutes in AMRAP warming up, and then we'll have a strength component, further getting you ready for your conditioning. Conditioning is going to be sort of a high intensity conditioning piece, kind of shorter duration time frame, high intensity, get your heart rate up. And then there is a cash out at the end as well to give you a little pump through your arms and some core work as well, getting ready for summer. So starting from the top with your warm up, as I mentioned, it is an 8-minute AMRAP. So 8 minutes, as many rounds and reps as possible. You've got 4 different movements there. 8 goblet squats. You want those to be slow and controlled, warming up the bottom of your squat. 8 windmills, and we'll start those at body weight. And then if you have some light implement, you can use that as well to add a little bit of weight as you warm up. That's 4 each side. 8 alternating Samson lunges, again 4 each side, stretching out your hip flexor, the quad. And then 8 single arm thrusters, getting ready for the squat clean thrusters that you guys have coming up in your workout today. So movement wise, this is what we're looking at. For your goblet squats, you guys can do these with a dumbbell or a kettlebell. You'll hold it goblet style to your chest, holding it nice and tight. Feet are about shoulder width apart, toes pointed out, and then slow and controlled warm up the bottom of your squat. You can also do this with like a bottle of detergent. You can use a can of soup for that. Just to warm up the bottom of your squat, you'll do 8 repetitions there. Now, the windmills. This is a little rotation movement. One foot is going to be pointing away from you. The other one will be pointing relatively forward. This hand is going to come to my inner thigh while this arm goes up overhead. I'm going to be watching that hand the whole time as I'm sending my hips back and then standing back up. So weight stays in my heels, I get a little rotation in, and I'm really doing a big hinge while my back stays relatively flat. All right, so you should get a nice stretch through the back of your legs with that. If you do have something light and you want to warm up and you get to that second round, you want to do something heavier, you can use a kettlebell or a dumbbell up overhead, and the movement would be the same, watching that implement the whole time, sitting into that hip, and then standing. So you'll do 4 with one side, 4 with the other side. Then you've got your alternating Samson lunges. We've done these before. Really good way to stretch out your hip flexors. So you'll lunge back, reach up overhead, get a stretch. You can even do a side bend, and then you'll go to the other side, lunge back, push that hip forward, do a little side bend there. You're going to do 8 total, 4 each side. And then the last thing are going to be single arm thrusters. So using your dumbbell or your kettlebell or your object, you have the back of the dumbbell sitting on your shoulder all the way down to the bottom of your squat, and then pressing straight up overhead. So warming up that overhead movement in conjunction with your squat for the thruster. All right, weight stays in your heels, back stays nice and flat. So you'll do 4 of those each side as well. That's your warm up for as many rounds and reps as possible in 8 minutes. And again, this is a warm-up, so it's not trying to go super fast here. Focus on your warm-up. 8 goblet squats, controlled. 8 windmills, that's 4 each side. 8 alternating Samson lunges, stretch through the hip flexors. And then 8 single arm thrusters. That's 4 each side as well. Then, for the strength component, we're moving on. Strength component is going to be an 8-minute EMOM. 2 different movements. So you've got 4 sets, and this is what it's going to look like. So 40 seconds of a single leg RDL. You'll do 20 seconds with the left side, 20 seconds with the right. In the second minute, you'll do 40 seconds single arm glute bridge floor press. All right, so we're doing a little bench press, floor press for the second minute. That's 20 seconds with the left and 20 seconds with the right. So that you'll go through 4 sets. Every minute on the minute, you're either doing single leg RDL or a single arm glute bridge floor press. So what do those look like? The single leg RDL, you can hold kettlebell, dumbbell, object, single leg. So if I'm using my left leg, I'm going to hinge, go over my left leg, and then stand back up. All right, so that's For 20 seconds, I'm going to do that on my left side. Once the 20-second mark hits, I'll switch to my other side and I'll do 20 seconds with the other side. This is really isolating that hamstring back here, so make sure you're doing a nice hinge, keeping your back flat, not just rounding from the back. The second thing is the floor press. So for the floor press, you're lying down on your mat or on the ground. You're going to bridge up first, bring your dumbbell down or kettlebell or object, and press straight back up. So 20 seconds on one side, and then you'll switch 20 seconds with the other side, the whole time trying to keep your hips up by engaging those glutes. As you bring that dumbbell down, make sure your arm is about 45 degrees from your body. So you're coming into a good press position. So that's your strength. Every minute on the minute for 8 minutes, switching between those two different movements. The single leg RDLs, 20 seconds left, 20 seconds right, and then the second minute will be the single arm glute bridge floor press, 20 seconds left, 20 seconds right, all right? So once you're done with that, you guys should be plenty warmed up to get into your conditioning. As I mentioned, more of a high intensity conditioning piece today. It is going to be for time, and this is what it's going to look like. So for time, you're doing 30, 20, 10, double unders or mountain climbers, 15, 9, 6, single arm hang squat clean thrusters, and burpees over the object. So that's your workout. You'll do 30 double unders, 15 single arm hang squat clean thrusters, that's 15 each side, and then 15 burpees over the object. Then you'll do 20, 9, 9, 10, 6, 6. All right, so it's a descending ladder of 3 different movements. The double unders or the mountain climbers are decreasing in reps by 10, and the single arm hang squat clean thrusters and the burpees over the object are 15, 9, 6. So again, descending rep scheme. So double unders, you can substitute a single under for that. We'll do the same volume, the 30, 20, 10. And again, this is high intensity, so it's meant to be pretty quick to get through. The mountain climbers, if you don't have a jump rope or you don't have a place to jump rope, you'll do mountain climbers instead. That'll be from the tall plank position, keeping your hips down into that plank, and then bringing your knees forward. So in terms of repetitions, I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. I'll go all the way up to 30 for my first round, 20 for my second round, 10 for my last round. The second movement is going to be a single arm hang squat clean thruster. And this is 15 with one arm and 15 with the other arm. You can break those up however you'd like. So if you want to do 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, that's fine. However you want to do 8, 7, 8, 7, that works too. You'll just get 15 accumulated each arm. Those are going to look like this. The hang is anywhere above the knee. So you'll come to your hang, squat clean, thruster. All right, so you're getting into the bottom of your squat and then pressing up overhead. Again, split those reps up however you'd like, but you do have to do 15 with the left and 15 with the right. The last thing are going to be burpees over the object, and that'll be laterally over your dumbbell or your kettlebell or whatever object you're using. So if I'm using my dumbbell, I'll bring that down to my mat, and I'm going to do my burpee off to the side here. Make sure I have a little bit of space. Burpee, chest down. My full foot comes on the floor, and I'm jumping up and over and doing my next repetition over here. That rep scheme again is 15, 9, 6 for both the single arm hang squat clean thrusters and the burpees lateral over the object. So that's your conditioning piece for time. Finally, your last thing is going to be a nice cash out, a little pump. So we'll take about 12 minutes for your cash out. Looking to get 3 to 4 sets, resting as needed between your sets, and this is what it's going to look like. So you'll do 7 each side of a single arm full curl, and then 7 each arm, single arm overhead tricep extension, and then 14 V-ups or V-tucks. So that's where your core comes in. So a curl, single arm, you're gonna do an overhead tricep extension, single arm, 7 and 7, and then 14 of those V-ups or V-tucks. Again, 3 to 4 sets, 12 minutes, whatever you got time for. For the curls, we're looking to go from your waist to your shoulder. So full extension at the bottom, curl it all the way up, palm faces forward. You'll do 7 with one side, 7 with the other side, okay? After that, you're doing a single arm overhead tricep extension. So bring that dumbbell up overhead. You're gonna bend your elbow and then extend your elbow. Keep your elbow close to your head as you do that. And you don't necessarily have to use anything heavy for this. You can use a soup can, a gallon of milk, whatever you have available, just to get a little bit of curl and extension. You can even use a barbell if you have a barbell. You'll just do those bilateral curls and then tricep extension for the second piece. And then the last thing is going to be your V-ups or your V-tucks, which is coming from hollow body position and then coming in to a tuck or a V-up, where you're making yourself into a V. All right, so that is your workout. Enjoy it. Keep at it. You guys are doing great. It's been great to see you on the Zoom, and we'll see you soon.